Okay, I wanted to record this before I actually start painting and go over what I have done. I am modifying a Dark Age Thunderbolt into this drawing that is a bit closer to the original Thunderbolt. As you can see, that's done by flying debris, and I think it's going to come out very close. This will be N scale. So what I've done, I can go over these details here, is I've taken the standard Dark Age Thunderbolt and I shaved off the cockpit that's standing upright, and I added two plastic pieces on either side to extend the torso out a little bit. I did drill out holes so that the arms can go back in, and I shaved down the torso, the length, height I should say, and I don't know how much detail my camera is going to get, but I built a little sculpey platform there with some indentions, and I put a spring on here so it's closer to the old classic Thunderbolt look. You can see that is a spring used for Gundam detailing parts, and I used a little plastic piece as a little hole that it runs through, and that's primarily what the main changes are for that. The right arm I cut at the elbow and put at a 90-degree angle, and then I built in Sculpey the elbow joint so it will look correct and it'll stay solid, and it looks like an accordion design there. So that will be closer to the picture. On the right arm, or left arm, sorry, left arm, I cut it off at the elbow and shaved a little bit off of the forearm because it was too long and skinny. I shaved off the, I'm guessing it's a machine gun cluster, off of the forearm, and I moved it to the side of the arm where it should be. And then I heated it up and clenched in the fist a little more so it looks a little better there. That's all that was really needed there. I pinned it and glued it back and turned the forearm so that it's not so much of a static pose. It looks like it's rotating a little bit. The waist, all I did was, of course, take the legs off, and I put a little sprue in here to act as a guide, since by shortening the torso it won't let me put it back on the original way, so I had to put a little sprue in there. And in the bottom here where the legs are going to go, you can't really see the details, but I pressed Sculpey in and then fitted the legs in a similar position, and then these will act as spacers, and it'll look like myomer muscles or stuff. I'll paint that up so that the legs will be in a fixed position. They won't be static. It'll be a little more of an action pose. The cockpit piece I just took off, and then that's going to go back on, but it'll be mounted more like this here in the picture. The legs are actually from a Double Zeta Gundam model. The legs are actually semi-posable. They move at the knee. I shaved off the extended kneecap that came way up past the thigh, and then put a little bit of Sculpey putty on here to bulk out the foot with the side flares, and I shortened the foot, and then I put some putty in the hole that's in the figure, and then cleaned everything up. Other than that, it looks pretty good as it is. So I wanted to document this before I start painting it. My goal is to paint it actually like the old Dougram Ironfoot Hasty, which is kind of a purplish blue and white with a red launcher. So I'm going to be attempting to duplicate that, but kind of modernize it. And I think it's going to come out pretty good. The mech next to it here in this picture is called a Nikolaev Khabarov, and I'm going to be building that one probably almost 100% out of Sculpey, because there's no other figure I can cannibalize to make that. But that's about the size of it. It's about 3 inches tall, more or less, and I'm getting ready to primer these guys, and then hopefully I will get some painting done today. But I want to document this before I finish all that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Thank you.